How's it going, everyone? It is me, the Lone Vault Wanderer, here with some bad news about Borderlands 3 that pretty much ruins any chance that we had, if at all in the first place anyways, of seeing a reveal of Borderlands 3 at E3 of this year. I recently reported that there was a chance that we could see the game revealed at E3, but because of this news, I need to inform all of you that I was actually wrong, and there will not be a reveal of Borderlands 3 at E3 of this year, nor any game published or released by the 2K/Take-Two family. So, kind of unfortunate news, but why am I saying this? Let me get into it. But also later as well, mind you, I'm going to be mentioning a bit of a silver lining, which may still make some of you Borderlands and Bioshock fans quite happy out there. So let's get into it. First of all, I want to be linking everything that I talk about in the description below, the first of which being a tweet from Daniel Ahmed. Now, Daniel Ahmed is a well-known games industry personality, if you will. He's a games industry analyst at Nico Partners. Now, I actually follow Daniel, and he constantly retweets and talks about really interesting stuff about the games industry on his Twitter. So to be honest, I highly recommend that you follow him. I've been following him for several months now, and again, this is another thing that kind of validates my follow of his Twitter account. He just shares some awesome information, and because of his role as an analyst, he will frequently listen to the fiscal earnings reports of different games companies. The most recent one to occur is by Take-Two. Now, if you don't know who Take-Two is the parent company that owns 2K Games, who of course is the publisher of franchises such as Borderlands and such as Bioshock. And while listening to Take-Two's fiscal earning report, Daniel Ahmed tweeted the following: Take-Two will not be showing any new products at E3, whatever that means. So remember, Take-Two, which includes 2K and therefore it includes Gearbox, which develops Borderlands 3, will not be showing any new products at E3 this year. So of course that would extend to Borderlands 3, and also that would extend to any Bioshock game that maybe some of you were hoping, but I really doubted there was going to be a Bioshock reveal at this year's E3, but I thought there was a strong chance that we would see something related to Borderlands 3, because my original prediction is that we would see a release sometime next year, and Randy Pitchford keeps talking about it. We had the tech demo, etc. So this is why the title of this video is more in relation to Borderlands 3 as opposed to Bioshock, because there was definitely more of a chance that we'd see that game at E3 this year, but unfortunately that is not the case. And if you wanted more of a backup to what Daniel Ahmed is actually saying, again, check the description below. There's going to be a link to the actual fiscal earnings report released by Take-Two, and you can read it yourself. But in particular, there's this one paragraph that I want to highlight here, which states the following, and this was by the managerial staff of Take-Two. They said that said, we still expect fiscal 2018 to be a strong year of earnings and cash provided by operating activities for Take-Two, despite an unusually light release slate, driven by new releases of NBA 2K and WWE 2K, a robust catalog led by Grand Theft Auto, and innovative earnings designed to drive engagement and recurrent consumer spending. Looking ahead to fiscal 2019, which mind you, is from April 2018 to March 2019, we expect to deliver both record net sales and record net cash provided by operating activities in excess of $2.5 billion and $700 million respectively, led by the launches of Rockstar Games' Red Dead Redemption 2, which we know has been delayed until spring of next year, so this lines up nicely, and a highly anticipated new title from one of 2K's biggest franchises. And this is the silver lining here. So first of all, this does imply, alongside Daniel Ahmed's tweet, that fiscal 2018, up until March of 2018 that is, that Take-Two such 2K only has the two major releases of NBA 2K and WWE 2K. That does not include Borderlands 3. Now, I couldn't find anywhere necessarily which said that no new releases were going to be shown at E3 this year in this actual fiscal earnings report, but I'm assuming that during the call, one of the shareholders probably would have asked Take-Two this question and it would have been a verbal response. So that's probably where Daniel Ahmed got that tweet, but he's highly respected. I'm not going to say that he's lying, and his tweet and this paragraph, you know, are very, very consistent in that regard. So that's unfortunate, but the silver lining here is that Take-Two mentions they will have a highly anticipated new title from one of 2K's biggest franchises in fiscal 2019. That means anywhere from April 2018 up until March of 2019, we will see a highly anticipated release from 2K's games library. And what could that be? Well, we recently had Mafia, probably not going to be that. Doubt it's going to be a new Civilization. I don't think it's going to be a new Bioshock either, because that game just seems so many years out. And I think Borderlands 3 is probably the best first call. Again, you've heard Randy Pitchford constantly talk about Borderlands 3. He's teasing it here and there. We had the tech demo. The Gearbox team is also wrapped up pretty much on Battleborn, so they're moving on to something else. And Randy Pitchford has already confirmed that their next game is going to be Borderlands 3. And if you check the description below, you'll have a link to one of my videos where I looked at past games at Gearbox, see when they were developed and released, and guess as to when Borderlands 3 would be releasing for them. And my guess was May 2018. So that kind of lines up nicely with what Take-Two is saying here about their fiscal 2019 release, alongside Red Dead Redemption 2. So yeah, it is kind of unfortunate that at E3 of this year, we will not see anything related to Borderlands, even though Gearbox Publishing is going to be having a presence at E3 Coliseum, which I made a video on before. But mind you, and this is something that I should have mentioned in the last video, so I do apologize, that's Gearbox Publishing, and that's not the publisher of the Borderlands series. In fact, it's 2K, but because of these comments of Take-Two, which is the parent company of subsidiary 2K, they're not having any reveals at E3 of this year, so maybe Gearbox Publishing is talking about Battleborn. I don't know what they'd be doing, to be honest. Maybe Randy Pitchford is going to have kind of like a special little tease like he did with the tech demo at GDC, but regardless, we still have the silver lining in that we're seeing a highly anticipated major release in fiscal 2019. My guess again is Borderlands 3. I can't see it being anything else, but do you have a different opinion? Please let me know in the comments below. I'd be looking forward to seeing what you guys actually think. Do you think that that major release is going to be Borderlands 3, or do you think it's actually something else within 2K's games library, mind you? Anyways, Sanders, that's all from me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, this has been the Lone Vault Wanderer. Please take care of yourself, and would you kindly keep fighting the good fight.